What is up, everyone? It's Ricky572. Return to chance. Today, September 24th, 2023. We're not going to do a quick market watch. So, we're going to start off the market watch with Buy Steel Disc Pad here. And I said on our past market watch that I saw this card reaching like a high price point of $25. But it looks like it's gone way past my expectations. We have them at 25 listings right now. We have listings starting at $31.75, $31.75. $32.99 with shipping, $33, and heading up to $33.99 with shipping on the first page. So that is a pretty crazy price jump. This was a card that was sitting under $10 after its release, so it's crazy to see that it went from like $10 to like $30. But I heard that the Jack Atlas structure deck that just came out this week has some new support that helps you like turbo this out or something. I could be wrong about that, but let me know down in the comments below. But that's just what I've been hearing in the community, so that's why this card has been getting a buyout. Next up, we have Tier Elements Cashiero, which we also talked about, but I wanted to mention it again because it's gone up even higher than the $16, $17 price point it was at. Right now, we have 21 listings on the market, and these have past my expectations as well. I thought these were maybe just going to hit like a price point of like $17, $20, but it looks like if they are now at $22.88, $22.90, $22.93, $24, $24, $24.75 on the first page. So almost hitting the $25 price point. And let's see, we do have sales at above that $20 price point, so they are selling. This is a card that used to be around like the $6, $7-ish price point a couple months back, and it is now like basically tripled in price. So keep your eye out on Tier Elements Cashiero. I thought it was gonna cap out at like the $20, but it looks like people are pushing this card even higher in price. Let me know down below if you guys think it'll go even higher or come back down. Then we have Supay Dustwalker. So this one I actually saw in the Meta Bro Market Watch that they did on their past episode, and I wanted to take a look at it because I didn't know what it was. This is like the first time I've ever heard of this card. But it says you can discard one card, special summon this card from your hand in defense position. Then you can special summon one Supay from your hand or deck. So it lets you special summon, I guess, a Supay. I need to look up what that is, but it lets you special summon that from your deck. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. The turn you activate this effect except synchro monsters. So I guess it's like a synchro support card. You can only use the effect to pay Dustwalker once per turn. And this one's the ultra rare from Legendary Duelist Immortal Destiny LED 5. It looks like these were sitting around like, let's see, $6-ish and are now bumping up to the $9 price point. Only 10 listings on the market. 1101, 1199 with shipping, 1169, 1399, and heading up to the $25 price point after these couple copies under $15 are gone. So if I were you guys, I will go take a look at bulk if you open this setup. I don't think I opened any of this setup. I don't think I was playing Yu-Gi-Oh at the time this set released, but I'm gonna take a look at my bulk just in case. It looks like the commons are also going up in price from Legendary Duelist Season 3. These were around like 20 cents, 30 cents. Now we only have 16 listings on the market, and we have listings starting at $3.65, $3.84, heading up to $4.44, $4.95. So almost hitting that $5 price point for this card. But yeah, if you guys have some of these or open some these Legendary Duelist sets, I would go take a look at them and see if you guys could find them and sell them off. Next up, we have Harpy's Featherstorm. So as you guys know, Flunderies took YCS Cancun, and people are looking towards playing the deck now. This format, since the Rice Heart is gone, Flunderies doesn't have to worry about Cashiero. So we have ultra rare Harpy Featherstorm going kind of low on listings, 27 listings, and it looks like they are starting to rebound back up. We have them at $6.52, $6.54, $5.55, $6.93, $6, $7, and $7. So they're not as high as they used to be. I remember seeing this card like around $10, but they are starting to bounce back up because I saw them reach like a low price point of like $3 to $4, and now they're starting to come back up to the $7 price point. Same with the super rares, around like $4 to $5, and the commons are also worth something. If you guys have some of these, I would go dig them up. I wouldn't sell them just yet. I'm pretty sure they could go up even higher, but if you guys do want to sell, you get $5 off a common or a super rare if you guys have some. Next up, we have Sleipnir Runic. So this card I mentioned before as a good pickup when it was around like $2 to $3, because I said that a lot of the Runic stuff didn't get reprinted, so people were gonna go after this card, and it might go up in price because it's one of those cards that's new and didn't get a reprint. Also, Runics didn't get hit on the ban list, so they're pretty safe to play right now. These quarter century Sleipnir Runics are actually up in price. They were sitting around like the 20 $30 price point. I remember my friend Dom picked one up around like 20-ish dollars at an event we went to, and right now we have them at 40.95, 40, basically $41, 41.69, and heading up to 47.99. So we only have a couple copies under $45. Then they start to go up, trying to reach the $50 price point. I think this could probably hold its value around like the $40 $50 price point, because it is one of those cards that provides an extra interruption for Runics. So I could see it going up to like the $50 price point, 55 maybe. It really depends on how Runic does this format. And then these I saw around like the $2 to $3 price point, and we have them at 40 listings right now. We have listings at 4.98, $5. That's basically 5.99 shipping, 5.99, and they're starting to reach the $6 price point right here. So after these like $5 copies are gone, we have 6.36 with shipping, 6.53, 6.54, and heading up to like the $7 price point. So they are starting to bounce up in price, and I could see them continuing to go up. Like I said, it depends on how Runic does this format. Next up, we have Sun Avalon Dryas. These I actually sold for like around $5. I bought a collection, and the collection had like I think like 10 copies of these, and I sold them all for like $5. But it looks like now these are starting to head up in price. It looks like people are planning to play Sun Avalon Rikas, which is a deck that didn't get touched, and is a pretty good deck. Especially now since the Rice Heart is banned, we could play the graveyard and play Rika Sun Avalon safely. They were around like $5. Right now we have 22 listings on the market, and we have this card bouncing up to 10.99, 10.99, 10.99, 10.99. And after these $10 copies are gone, we have a little wall here with 10 copies. So after these are gone, we hit 14.99, 14.99, heading up to 16.96, which is a pretty big price jump for Sun Avalon Dryas. If you guys have some of these in bulk, I would probably hold until they hit like the $12 price point and sell them off. But if you guys pick them up for like around $1, I remember picking them up for like around $1, so selling them at 5 wasn't. It still made me a nice profit. But now, if you do want to sell them at like the $10 price point, it would be a nice time to come up off that investment. We have Aromatherapy Jasmine. This one was at a high price point of like 17, almost $20 a couple months back. I think that's when I think they won like the European Championship this year. They were hyped up. We have 41 listings right now, and we have listings at $10, $10, 10.76, 10.78, 10.99, 11.39, and 11.61. So almost heading up to the $12 price point. If you guys are planning to play Rika and Avalon, I would pick up my copies of Aromatherapy Jasmine now, because I could see them going up in price again since more people are leaning towards playing this deck. And Aromatherapy Jasmine doesn't have a reprint. We're not sure where it would get reprinted again at. So it's safe to say this card has potential to go up in price. Sunseed Genius Loci is one of those cards that the Sun Avalon Rika build does play. I think they played 3 of these, and it's pretty cheap. We have 105 listings on the market, and this card is like under $1. So if you guys don't have these, I could definitely see these go up potentially later on. And it looks like people are focusing on Dryas, but aren't really, picking the Sunseed Genius Loci up, even though it is the 3 of that you have to play in the deck to be able to it's basically a starter, because this gets you into Dryas. So I would pick my copies up right now if you guys aren't if you guys don't have these yet, because they are under $1, and these I could see potentially hit like $3 to $5 in the future. We have Goes in Match going low on listings and up in price. I wanted to focus on the ultra rare from Maze of Memory, because we do have other commons and super rares, but this is technically the higher rarity Goes in Match. It's a ultra rare, and right now we have them at 48 listings. This was a card that you were able to pick up when it came out for like under $1 back when Amazing Memories first released, and now it's heading up to like $2, 228, 237, $2.52, $2.62, and then after these are gone, we have 367, 374 with shipping, so almost heading up to be like a $3 to $4 card, and I could see it going even higher than that since it is the higher rarity that we have available for this card. So if you guys don't have your goals and matches, I would still pick up my copies right now since they're like $2 to $3. Then we have Exceed Encore. Exceed Encore has been a pretty pricey card ever since we had to deal with like the pure Exceed Purely Noir. We have Exceed Encore Ultra Rares from the 2014 Megatins right now at 16 listings, and we have listings at $18.99, $17, $19.47, $19.99, $20, $21.49, and $22. That is crazy. These are still holding its value, and I think that's because Purely didn't get hit and they could still compete in the format. So people are looking for ways to deal with that. You could just use the Kaiju too, but this is one of the other ways you could deal with it. We have the Ultra Rare from Judgment of Light, 31 listings, and these are at we hit a lightly played at $17.89, $18.99, $19, and $19.10. 19.99, so heading up to that $20 price point too. They were coming back down, but it looks like they people are starting to pick these back up to deal with Purely again. I would just play a Kaiju or something like that. In my opinion, you have to draw the Kaiju, you have to draw this also. So the Kaiju kind of does the same thing, gets rid of the Purely Exceed Noir. But I'll let you guys decide which one you want to play as the Alpha Purely. Next up, we have Tri Brigade Arms Bucephalus. So this is the card that's being looked at to play with things like Dogmatica. Is it Punishment and like what was that? What was that card called? We just mentioned on our Market Watch. The one with Apollosa on it. It'll come back to me right now, but it's descended off that card that lets you it lets you send the extra deck monster to the graveyard, and damn, let me look it up. It's bothering me that I don't know the name of it. Oh, Ultimate Slayer. My bad. It is Ultimate. You can send it off Ultimate Slayer because Ultimate Slayer says your opponent cannot activate monster effects in response to this card activation. And it says send one monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then target one monster your opponent controls with the same card type. Fusion, Synchro, Xe, Pendulum, or Link. Shuffle it into the deck. So against like Unchained, you could send Bucephalus to the graveyard, and then Bucephalus has another effect that lets you send the monster from your extra deck to the graveyard. So you could send like a card like Entis to get an extra pop out of it, or send another card that lets you get advantage like Garura to draw a card. So it has like dual functions, and this card was like under $1, and it looks like right now they're starting to push up to that dollar price point with 77 listings on the market. So it's a little tech that people are taking a look at. But yeah, it's the Starlight is also starting to go up in price. These are at 19 listings, and we had these sitting around like the $50 price point. Right now we have them up at 65, 65.99, 66.99, 69.99, 75.99, and heading up to like the $80 price point. But let me know how you guys feel about Bucephalus. Do you guys see it making an impact this format with Ultimate Slayer and things like Dogmatica Punishment, or do you guys think it's just a tech that's hyped up at the moment? It's gonna go back down. Let's take a Ultimate Slayer. Assault Synchron looks like it's starting to go up in price, and that's probably because of the Jack Atlas structure deck. People are probably looking for cards that help like synchro summon and like synchro support cards. So this card was hitting a low price point of like $4-ish, and right now we have them at 161 listings. We still have a couple copies under the $5 price point, but they are starting to head up in price because I remember picking these up around like the $3 price point. 479, 502, 481, 580 on the first page, so almost hitting up to that $6 price point with no big walls on like the first page. So I would pick up my copies before they start heading up even higher. I think a $3 to $4 card is I mean, this being a $3 to $4 card is a good pickup because it's basically a free body and it lets you go into like synchro summon. It says during your main phase you can special summon this card from your hand, then take 700 damage. Also while it is face up in the monster zone, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except synchro monsters. But it is a free body if you are playing to synchro summon with this. So it's a good card. But yeah, three to $4, $5 if you guys could pay for it, I think is a good pickup before they start going up even higher. And last card on today's market watch is going to be Salaman Great Raging Phoenix. So I noticed that this card was going low on listings. It only has 13 listings. This is an ultra rare from the new Soul Burning Volcano set. And people are picking this up to play Salaman Greats. I still don't think they're a good deck, but we'll see. I could be wrong this format. We have them at $14, $14.22, $14.23, $14.24, $15.90, $15.90, and yeah, heading up to $16.79. So we'll see if it goes up even higher than that. I think it's just high pitching this up and people wanting to pick up this card, and especially since no one's really opening the Soul Burning Volcano set, there aren't really too many listings on the market for this. People don't really want to buy the box and are just buying the single. So I could see why this card is going up in price, but I think it's going to come back down. Let me know how you guys feeling down in the comments below about Salaman Great, Raging Phoenix, or Salaman Great deck in general. If you think they're going to do good this format. That's going to be it for today's Market Watch though. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also go follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and X at Return of the Chance. This is Ricky572. We'll see you guys next time.